Today I want to talk to you about two things. That's right, just two things. You know, when you get up on a stage and you do a presentation, you get to the end of the presentation and often you look back at what you did or you get advice from other people and you think, man, I could improve on that. If only I could do that better. If only I could do that better. And you get to the point where you don't just have two things, but you have 10 things, maybe you have 20 things. Now the challenge is, how do we apply the things that we've learnt next time round? How do we make it even better? Just think about it for a second. When you're on the stage, you're thinking about what you're saying. You're thinking about a whole variety of things. Not only the words coming out of your mouth, but how you're standing. How dynamic are you? Is the level in your voice increasing or is it decreasing? The speed at which you say things. All of those sorts of things are on your mind. Wow, now for the impossible. Let's add a list of 20 things that we could improve on. Can you just imagine standing there trying to remember all of those things? The more things that you have to remember when it comes to improving, the less chance that you'll deliver a stellar performance. And that's why I come back to two things. You see, if you think about two things that you can improve on, it'll be effortless. You don't have to think about the other things, just those two. Here's an example for you. In the early days of my speaking, I'd get up onto a stage and I'd speak. I'd be fairly relaxed. I'd deliver a really good presentation. People would rave about it. But somebody from the audience would come up to me and say, you know, when you speak, you only speak to the left-hand side of the stage, of the audience. I'd walk over to the left. I wouldn't stand in the center. And I would walk over to the right on the odd occasion. When I was making a point and I wanted to make eye contact with the audience, I'd always look to the people on the left. I would engage with the people on the left, but not on the right. Now, the interesting thing is I'm actually left-handed. So my tendency is to do everything to the left. Knowing this, the next time that I got up to speak, I made sure that the only point that I was going to remember to improve on was to walk to the other side of the stage. And now I've done it so many times that it's kind of just something that sits in the back of my mind as I'm speaking. Are you engaging enough with the people on the right-hand side of the stage? Now, it could be that there's something else that I want to remember as well. But don't make it too hard for yourself by having to remember a whole long list of things each time you speak. Just think about two things and you should be fine. Each time that you think about those two things, you will improve over time, each time you speak. Those two things may be the same for a while, or they may change as you speak, as you look at other things that you need to improve on. So once again, I'm leaving it with you today. My thought for the day is just two things.